What is going on, Eagle fans? Today we are going to talk about defensive tackle Jordan Davis and talk about why this guy has quietly become the best run defender in the entire NFL. And we're going to talk about how he changes the Eagles defense. This guy is such a great defender, and he's gotten better against the pass as well, which we'll obviously talk about. The guy's gotten so much quicker and faster, and he's blowing plays up. And this allows the Eagles to run their defense the way they've been essentially running it under Vic Fangio, which is they go to a lot of light boxes. And if you don't know what that means, we just back this up. Notice how the Eagles have two safeties almost 20 yards off the line of scrimmage. When teams get into these type of situations, teams are going to naturally try to run the ball because teams have the numbers. On the offensive side, the Washington Commanders in this situation have the numbers. And here's exactly what I mean by that. There's just not enough guys to cover every single run gap, as you guys will see here. When you're in a light box situation, there's always going to be one extra gap. So for an offense, it's absolutely huge. On the other side of this, the Eagles try to limit explosive plays by playing light boxes, but we need Jordan Davis to two-gap this. That's exactly what he does on these plays. He two-gaps really well. The guy is really elite when it comes to run defense. And I want to just show you guys some of these plays that he made against the Commanders because he had a really good game. He had so many nice reps where he was able to get off the block. He was super quick, super explosive, and just changing the game in terms of on the defensive side when it comes to the run game. Now, the Eagles have gotten a lot better against the run the past 5 to 7 weeks. They actually rank as a top 10 defense in run defense the last 5 weeks. And over the course of the season, it hasn't been great, right? I think they technically rank as a bottom 15 unit, but they've gotten a lot better. And Jordan Davis is definitely a big part of this. And honestly, it's kind of crazy because there was a moment maybe like 2 years back where people were writing Davis off. They said this guy's a bust. He's not good. And the Eagles always had this plan right here for him. They always knew that he's going to be a run defensive guy first and foremost. And he's going to be one of those guys you literally cannot block. And, he'll still continue to develop the pass rush. And he has gotten better in terms of pass rushing. And we'll talk about that in today's video a little bit later on. But again, just note, this guy's really good against the run. And I want to just show you guys some of these plays. Look at this one as a great example. You see him just straight up shut down the guard on this one. That's a pretty good left guard. And he's going to do a great job holding the block, gets off the block, and he ends up blowing it up. And this right here is phenomenal. The play picks up about 2 yards. But once again, Jordan Davis is right there making the play. And I really like how much faster Jordan Davis has actually gotten. There was a moment where this guy would be able to reach Davis. And although Davis would technically push this guy backwards, there was a moment where he would actually reach Davis. And he'd get in front of him and he'd cut him off. That's not happening anymore. Davis is so much quicker out of his stance. He's so much more explosive. And one of the things that Davis does that I think works really well for him, he doesn't watch the ball necessarily. He gets his eyes on these interior offensive linemen. You can tell right now his eyes are directly to this guy because he knows if this guy takes a step to the left, he's going to try to reach you. So Jordan Davis is developing, right? He's understanding football a little bit more. Things are slowing down for him. And it's really allowed this guy to turn into a good football player. This year, there's been so many of these type of plays right here. Look at Davis, once again, just fights right through the block, resets the line of scrimmage, gets off the block, and blows it up. This one right here picks up no yards. And again, just the quick hands, the explosiveness, the fact that he's already so strong. And then, of course, he resets the line of scrimmage. And you can't really tell from this angle, but let me go ahead and just back this up. Notice how the right guard's going to try to reach Davis, but instead, he's going to end up going backwards. Look at this guard. By the time the running back gets to where the guard is, the guard's like 3 yards back, right? So to me, that's a really, really good job right here by Davis. Absolutely love it. And then, at the same time, look at how fast he is out of his stance. This was not Davis. Literally like a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, he was not this quick out of his stance. And again, development is a huge part of what we're seeing with Davis. And I believe he lost some weight as well, which obviously has really worked in his favor because he's a lot quicker now. But I also think just from a mental perspective, the game's slowed down. And I don't say this lightly because there are some good run defenders in the NFL, but Davis is arguably the best in the NFL. I've spoken to a couple of interior offensive linemen that have blocked Jordan Davis, and some of what these guys say is this guy's very difficult to block because he's so tall, long, lengthy, but he's strong as hell. And now what's happened is he's essentially added quickness and speed to his game. And of course, the game also kind of slows down for him. And this guy's really, really good at this point. And again, I don't say it lightly, but this guy is the best run defender in the NFL. Think about this play right here. This play should technically be a touchdown, but Jordan Davis blows it up. He does a phenomenal job keeping the right guard off of him, and he gets off the block and he gets in there and he makes the play. This was 1st and 10. And you see Davis once again just getting in there and blowing it up. And this isn't the only time where you're in like a goal line situation or it's a short yard situation and Davis blows the play up. Take this 3rd and 1 a little bit later on in the game. 4th quarter, you're down 11 points. Look at Davis blow this one up. Once again, just a phenomenal job getting into the backfield. And again, this one loses 3 yards. These are the type of plays Davis has been making this season. When it's a short yardage situation, he's able to get in there and make it up. Now, one of the things that's kind of unique with this play specifically is that Jordan Davis on this one, he's not going to take this guy on directly. Instead, he's going to actually slant super hard over here to the left all the way into the C gap. And you're going to see that the down block's not going to end up working because of that. And again, the quickness. He did not have this just a year and a half ago. And you see him do a phenomenal job being able to get over the block, essentially get into the backfield and blow it up. You don't expect a guy that weighs 340 pounds and is as big as Jordan Davis. You do not expect him to be able to move the way he moves on this one. To me, this is absolutely elite stuff right here by Jordan Davis. The guy's turned out to be a really good defensive tackle. And I think he was worth, and I think he was the 14th overall pick. And I think he's been 100% worth that because although as a pass rusher, he's not going to get home the way certain guys might, he still will collapse the pocket and he will generate a little bit of movement from the inside where the quarterback might not be able to step up. But the big benefit of a guy like Jordan Davis is those 3rd and 1 plays, those goal line situations. You can almost dictate where guys can and cannot go. You're not going to run a 3rd and 1. If Jordan Davis is in the A gap, you're not going to run it that way. You're going to run it to the opposite side. This guy's turned into a really, really good defensive tackle. And so far, we've only looked at some of the tape from the Commanders game. But let me show you guys some plays he's made in short down situations that ultimately, alter the entire drive. This one's 3rd and 3. And you see him get back there and he's going to blow the play up. Now, obviously, you do get Cooper DeJean here to come off the edge. So he kind of sets that front side edge pretty quickly. You'll see 33 is going to jump the edge. Running back has nowhere to go. But you see Jordan Davis, though. He's going to end up jumping the backside gap this time. All right, again, it's kind of similar to that last play I showed you guys. He's going to jump the backside gap. He's going to come in there, and he's going to start to get in there and make the play. That's a phenomenal job right there on a short distance situation. Here's another one. This is going to be 1st down from the 1 yard line. And again, just a really, really good job to take on one of the league's best guards in Tyler Booker. Obviously, he's a rookie, but to me, one of the best guards in the NFL. And look at Davis dictate this. Look at him get the hands right into Tyler Booker. And look at that. Look at him stand up Tyler Booker. There's nowhere for the running back to go. That right there is a phenomenal job once again. These are the plays this guy's making. 3rd and 1, a little bit later on. This time Davis can be lined up against the center. Once again, it's going to blow right past that right guard who has a reach block. He's going to get in there and make the play. Again, I am telling you guys, Jordan Davis has taken a huge leap forward. And don't overlook some of the scheme elements. I mean, think about this play right here. There's literally no one outside of number 60, Tyler Guyton here. You're telling me you guys cannot double team here up to the linebacker. I mean, you already have the angle here. And you're telling me you cannot pick up 10 yards. The Eagles are so comfortable with Jordan Davis being able to 2-gap and play multiple gaps that they will come out with the light box and they'll give you the outside edge. And you still can't get there, essentially, right? This play obviously loses 4 yards. And again, just a phenomenal job by Jordan Davis. To me, this guy's such a great football player, and I absolutely love the development he's kind of taken. And also just keep this in mind, development happens in multiple different ways. We've seen him obviously develop when it comes to run defense into one of the best run defenders. He can continue to develop the pass rushing as well. He'll continue to get better in that part of his game, and within 1 or 2 years, who knows what he ends up becoming even as a pass rusher. And I'll show you guys how this guy wins as a pass rusher. Just to keep in mind, I'll show you guys this play here. This right here is a 3rd and 1. And he's going to do a great job taking on the center. Gets right in there. I think technically the running back does pick this up. But again, he gets in there. Almost a stop on 3rd and 1. Here's a 4th and 1. And once again, you're going to see him do a phenomenal job going up against the right guard here. Gets right into the backfield. And again, really, really, really nice job on 4th down to stop this play. These are the plays that this guy's making, just a phenomenal defensive tackle. Now, getting into Jordan Davis and his pass rushing specifically, the guy's definitely had some moments this year on tape. He has 4 sacks technically, I think almost 30 pressures, which is pretty good given this guy mostly plays on rundowns, right? 1st down, 2nd down, and he'll come in on 3rd downs if it's 3rd and short. But if it's like 3rd and 11, he comes off the field. So given the fact that he's not really playing as a true pass rusher right now, his stats are pretty good. And you do see this guy win in multiple ways, right? He is adding to his game. So think about this play right here. Think about what the left guard is thinking. I have a 340-pound, 6'6" monster in front of me that's probably going to bull rush me. So let me quick set him. Let me get right into him. Let me punch him as soon as he gets out of his stance. That's exactly what the left guard tries doing. The left guard's going to step forward. He's going to try throwing a punch right into Jordan Davis. It's actually a double hand punch. And he's trying to throw the timing off of Davis. Now keep in mind, Davis is not a fool. He has seen this happen hundreds of times. He understands what offensive linemen view him as. People think he's just a bull rusher, which he can do really well, but Jordan Davis knows this guy's going to quick set him and come right at him. So Davis is going to swipe the hands. And look at that. That's an instant win right there because he understands the situation he's in. Instant win because he knows what's about to happen and he just swipes it away. And Davis has done this a lot in pass rushing situations this year. And I'm going to show you guys some of these plays. Take these plays right here against the Los Angeles Chargers. And I'll just show you guys a couple of them. Against the Chargers, he had a really good game as a pass rusher. And he played a lot of snaps, so I'm not surprised. He had the game that he ultimately had as a pass rusher. Multiple pressures, multiple sacks, half sacks as well. Again, think about the situation. Think about what's happening here. The guard is going to quick set Jordan Davis. Now, this one is actually a play action, so it makes sense that they're quick setting on a play action specifically, which is a little bit different. This is more of a jump set as opposed to a quick set. It's the same. It looks the same. A jump set is when you're play actioning. A quick set is when you're trying to change up your pass rush. Even, you know it's not going to be a run, but you're just changing it up, try to get these guys off balance. Anyways, just going to quick set him, all right? Just go right into him or jump set. And Davis, once again, just swipes it away. Goes right around it. Again, Davis understands what's happening, right? He understands a guy's going to come at him, especially when he's aligned a little bit to the inside or a little bit to the outside. And he generates pressure on this one. On this next one, 3rd and 2. Now, this one, he's in there obviously because it's 3rd and 2. And obviously the Eagles understand it could be a run potentially. And he does a pretty good job getting off the block. And he does a pretty good job getting after the quarterback. Now, this one obviously picks up 18 yards. And keep in mind, I think Davis ends up coming towards the right because he sees the running back go that same way. So he's really trying to play the run on this one. But again, it's still a pressure. It still counts as a positive play for Davis. He gets off the block pretty much instantly. If you had better containment on the outside, I think Nolan Smith just drops off. But if you had containment on the left side on this one, the quarterback isn't able to roll to the left, right? He's not able to get out that way. And Davis potentially generates pressure, gets a hit, potentially gets a sack. And once again, just understanding the situation or what teams are going to try to do to you. Teams will try to quick set you, jump set you, and you just got to swipe it away. Once again, look at the alignment here. Look at where Davis is essentially lined up. Now, Davis does not get the credit for the sack on this one, but he generates the sack, right? He generates the negative play. It is technically a sack for Hunt. It's a 0-yard sack, but it still counts as a sack. But think about this play, right? So Jordan Davis is going to end up in the 3 technique. So now he understands that I'm in the 3 technique. So if this guy comes out towards me, it's going to be the left foot that's going to go forward. I can swipe him to the inside, and he will not be able to recover if I'm able to kind of do that, right? So again, just understanding the situation, and you see him just beat this guy right away, pressures the quarterback. Quarterback feels it, tries getting out of there. Again, Jordan Davis had a really, really good game, especially against the Chargers. And I think a part of this was that he did play a lot of snaps, especially as a pass rusher. And obviously, Jalen Carter didn't play in this game specifically, which allowed Davis to take a little bit more reps. Here's a half sack that Jordan Davis gets credit for. Really, really nice, powerful rep. Bull rush just kind of goes right through the middle of that pocket. One final play that I want to show you guys. Just keep in mind, if you don't quick set or jump set Jordan Davis, this is kind of what you get. And some people are going to say, hey, what did he really do on this play? But I want you guys to think about this. He makes contact with the center. The quarterback's going to take 3 steps, 1, 2, 3, and he's looking to throw the ball. Now, here's the thing. There's going to be pressure coming around the edge. There'll be some guys that are containing these plays. And sometimes quarterbacks step up, and Davis is not going to allow that, right? He's going to take that center right back into the quarterback's lap. Now, the quarterback just throws this away because the pressure comes. And on top of the pressure coming, there's also containment, right? The quarterback's not going to be able to go anywhere. And look at the collapse of that pocket. There's no pocket here. All right, there's no pocket here. So if you don't jump set Jordan Davis, you don't quick set, this is what happens. He bull rushes guys right back into the quarterback. So this is the other side of Jordan Davis. You know, he doesn't have like an elite pass rush, but he does understand when guys quick or jump set him how to beat those guys. And if you don't do that right, if you just get into your normal stance, he's going to bull rush you and he's going to collapse the pocket from the inside. And we've seen him do this a number of times this season. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time with another video.